Match day 13, we get another hat trick. Benteke against Atlanta United. That man, the headers are unreal for him. Gets another hat trick. I think that Benteke is underrated. People give him a lot of, a lot of problems, a lot of trouble, but I think he's underrated. Kudos to Benteke for that hat trick. We also saw Miami come back on Montreal down 2-0 to win that match 3-2. Then we saw Buwanga get the assist hat trick for LAFC and their 3-0 win over the weekend. And then finally, St. Louis got me a dub after choosing them. Super pumped for that. Let's move on to match day 14. But before we jump into match day 14, we've got to show our stats for our first ever predictions for you all. And currently, Sam, our boy Sam, big shout out to Sam, and M. Donovan are tied for first with 2 points. And then we have a 10-way draw right now for third with 1 point. So make sure you get your predictions in for this midweek. The QR code is here, and then the link is in the description for those matches. So make sure that you use the same exact username that you used in last week's predictions when you filled out the information, because it just one little character messes it up, and there's going to be 2 of you, and then we just lose track of you right there. But let's jump into it. Match day 14. We start off with CF Montreal versus Columbus Crew. Currently, Montreal are 3 draws and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Kind of rough. Columbus Crew, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, coming off of a loss there to their rival Cincinnati. I think they bounce back. Currently, Montreal are 1-1-1 at home. Crew have not won on the road. 3 draws and a loss. But I think that changes here. I think that Columbus Crew go on the road and get the job done 1-0 over Montreal. Next up, we have DC United versus New York Red Bulls. Currently, DC United 2 wins, a draw and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The Red Bulls 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. DC United 3 wins, a draw, and 2 losses at home. Red Bulls 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses on the road. The goal predictions, or the goal expected for both teams, is right around that 2 mark. I don't think both teams score 2 goals. I think DC, though, win this match 2-1 over the Red Bulls. That leads us to Cincinnati versus Atlanta United. Currently, Cincinnati 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 4-match winning streak. Kudos to them. Atlanta on the other side of the spectrum there. 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. That 1 win being in the U.S. Open Cup. Cincinnati haven't lost this match in the last 5 meetings. 2 draws, 3 wins for them. 2 wins, 3 draws, my apologies. Cincinnati, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss there at home. Atlanta have not won on the road. 2 draws, 2 losses. I don't think that changes here. I need to quit getting on the bias wagon of Atlanta. I'm very frustrated with Atlanta. They should be doing better than this. Also, I've watched that last goal by Benteke multiple times. I am sorry, Brad Guzan. It is time for you to retire, my man. You can't move as fast as you once did, and the reflexes. I feel like another goalkeeper could have saved that. It's time for you to move on. You've got to do what Ben Foster did. He felt like he was too slow. He retired. You got to do the same. You got to move on. But anyway, that could be a whole nother video. For this match, I got to go away from Atlanta because I've picked them 8 times. They've only won 3 of those times. I do have to say Cincinnati win this match pretty easily. Atlanta's having a hard time scoring. I mean, in their last match, all their goals were a penalty by Almada and then an own goal by the other team. Why are we not scoring? Anyway, Cincinnati wins this one at home 3-1 over Atlanta. Now, we move on down to Florida for Orlando City versus Inter Miami. Orlando currently 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5. Inter Miami 5-match winning streak. It might even go beyond that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Orlando looked good. They went to Subaru Park and beat Philadelphia Union 3-2 last weekend. Inter Miami comes back 3-2. We know what Miami can do. Orlando is not giving us what we expected this season. I don't know though. This is going to be a good one, in my opinion. I think that Orlando is going to show up, especially with how bad they have lost recently against Miami. Orlando, 1 win, 2 draws, 3 losses at home. Inter Miami, 4 wins, a draw, and a loss on the road. The expected goals, two different directions here. Just about 1 for Orlando, almost 3 for Miami. I don't think that happens. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think that this match ends in a draw. I think that this match ends in a 2-2 draw there at Explorer Stadium. So next up, we have Philadelphia Union versus NYCFC. Currently, Philadelphia, 2 draws, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. NYCFC, 4 wins and a loss in their last 5. NYCFC are looking pretty good. I'm pretty sure I said for Philadelphia that Subaru Park's a hard place to play at, and that they would beat Orlando because of it last video. I'm going to stick with it again. I've picked Philadelphia to win 5 times, and they've only won once. I probably shouldn't go against NYCFC. They're looking pretty good. Both teams are expected to score 1.3 goals this match. Philadelphia have only won 1 at home, a draw and 3 losses. NYCFC have only won 1, drawn 1, and 3 losses on the road. I'm going to stick with Philadelphia here. If they don't do it for me here, I might have to start going away from them because they're just not in form right now. I don't know what's going on with them. I expected more from them. Even with Blake being out because of injury, they have everybody else still. So I don't know what's going on there in Philadelphia. But I think they get the job done against a very hot NYCFC side. I think they win this match 2-1 there at Subaru Park. So we head over to Texas for Austin versus Houston. Currently, Austin are 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Houston, 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Austin are 3 wins, 2 draws, and a loss there at home. Houston, 3 wins and 2 losses on the road. I think we're going to have a good match here, a Texas showdown. I think that, I just think it's going to be a good game. The expected goals are very similar to one another, 1.3, 1.7. I think, though, Houston get revenge. Austin went into Houston in their last match just a couple weeks ago. Austin won that on the road. I think Houston does the same thing here. I think Houston goes on the road and wins this match 2-0 over Austin FC. So that leads us into Chicago Fire versus Charlotte FC. Currently, Chicago not looking very hot. 2 draws, 3 losses in their last 5. Charlotte, on the other hand, looking pretty good. 3 wins, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. The Fire are 2 wins, a draw, and 3 losses at home. Charlotte have not won one on the road with 1 draw and 4 losses. They're just not a good road team this season. The expected goals, about the same, 1-1 in the expected goal category. And I think that's what it's going to end up being. I think that Charlotte just haven't shown what they can, that they can do anything on the road. And then Chicago right now are in a slump. And I think that this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at Soldier Field. Next up, we have Minnesota United versus LA Galaxy. Currently, Minnesota 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Galaxy 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. I feel like the Galaxy have become very quiet and kind of inconsistent recently. I hope they kind of turn around. I want to see the Galaxy actually do pretty good this season, even though I'm not the biggest fan. Also, I'm loving what Minnesota's doing, though, this year. Currently on a 3-match winning streak. They're 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss at home. The Galaxy, though, 3 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses on the road. The expected goals for this game, 1 for Minnesota, 1.4 for the Galaxy. And again, like that last match, I think that that expected goal is what we're going to see kind of. And I think that this match also ends in a 1-1 draw. So this takes us to Nashville versus Toronto. Currently, Nashville, 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Toronto, 4 wins, and a loss in their last 5 matches, coming off of that loss against NYCFC. Nashville, I don't know what's going on with Nashville. Yes, they were on the road. Charlotte has been doing pretty well at home. I don't know what's going on with Nashville. I would love to see them win this and start winning, but currently they're 2 wins, 4 draws, and a loss there at home. Toronto, 2 wins, a draw, and 3 losses there on the road. The expected goals, 1.5 to 1.2. Toronto is going to be without Bernardeschi. He's on a red card as of right now. This one was hard for me, and I have to say that this ends in a draw, and I think that it's over the expected goals for both teams. And I'm going to take a shot and think that this match ends in a 2-2 draw there at Geodis Park. So for me, I think this might be, besides the Orlando City-Miami game, this is going to be one of the better games of the weekend. That is St. Louis City versus LAFC. Currently, St. Louis, 2 wins, 3 draws in their last 5 matches. LAFC, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. These 2 teams know how to score goals. St. Louis currently 3 wins, 3 draws at home. They have not lost. LAFC have not won on the road with 1 draw and 4 losses. Even though the expected goals are saying that it's totally different. It's saying LAFC are only expected to score 0.5. St. Louis have 2 goals they're expected. I think we see goals in this match. Both teams scored 3 last week. St. Louis didn't score the week before, but LAFC in their last 2 games have scored 3. I say we see 6 goals in this match. It might be wrong. It probably 95% chance that it's wrong, but I think this match ends in a 3-3 draw there in St. Louis. Next up, we have Colorado Rapid versus Vancouver Whitecaps. Currently, the Rapids are 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Vancouver, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. I really thought that Colorado was going to win against San Jose there at home, but they didn't. They're back at home this week. They're 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses there at home. Vancouver, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss on the road. I think that the Rapids give them another loss, their second loss of the season on the road for Vancouver, and I think that the Rapids win this match 3-2 over the Whitecaps. So our second to last match in the midweek here, we have Real Salt Lake versus Seattle Sounders. Currently, Real Salt Lake, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Seattle, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Seattle have they're starting to get it back into a rhythm, I guess, is the way we can put it. Real Salt Lake, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss there at home. Seattle, 1 win, 1 draw, and 4 losses on the road. I don't think that changes. The expected goals for Real Salt Lake is 1.5, and then it's 0.7 for Seattle. I think that we see 3 goals from Salt Lake, and I think it's going to be a 3-1 victory for Real Salt Lake over Seattle. Last but not least, we have Portland Timbers versus San Jose Earthquakes. Currently, the Timbers, 2 draws, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. San Jose, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3-match winning streak. Do I need to get back on the playoff hype train for them? Maybe. Currently, Timbers are 1 win, 2 draws, and a loss there at home. San Jose, 1 win, a draw, 5 losses on the road. The expected goals for this one are very high. Both of these teams do not have a very good defense. It's 3.2 to 4 for San Jose. I don't think we get that, but I am going to get on the hype train for the Earthquakes. I think they go on the road here and win this match 2-1 over the Timbers. So that is it for Match Day 14 predictions. Don't forget, scan the QR code, join the predictions yourself. There's 3 matches just like last week. I think that's what I'm going to stick with just because of the how long it takes and everything like that. But please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you like the content, and tell me your predictions down below. And we will see you for a live stream there on Wednesday.